Hello students. Today we are going to start with glycolysis. Now what is glycolysis? Glycolysis, it is a metabolic pathway. Metabolic pathway where glucose is converted to pyruvate during aerobic glycolysis, and in case of anaerobic glycolysis, glucose will be converted to lactate. Now, when we go into the detailing of this definition, there you will find the word catabolism. Now, what does this mean? Catabolism, it is a degradative phase of the metabolism in which organic nutrient molecules such as carbohydrate, fat, and proteins are converted into smaller, simpler end products. Catabolic pathway release energy, some of which is conserved in the formation of ATP, and reduce electron carrier such as NADH, NADPH, and FADH2, and the rest is lost as heat. So, glycolysis is a process of catabolism of glucose in the liver in case of aerobic glycolysis, and in case of anaerobic glycolysis, glucose will be converted to lactate where? In the muscle. That means muscle is the site of occurrence in case of anaerobic glycolysis, and in case of aerobic glycolysis, liver is the site of occurrence. There are certain alternative names to this pathway. One is Embden-Meyerhoff-Parnas pathway, or you can call it as EMP pathway. Remember, glycolysis is also termed as Embden-Meyerhoff-Parnas pathway or EMP pathway, or simply you might get it as Embden-Meyerhoff pathway. Let us study the reaction sequence of this. Firstly, during this glycolysis process, glucose is converted to glucose 6-phosphate by the enzyme hexokinase in the presence of ATP. Then, in the second step, glucose 6-phosphate is isomerized to fructose 6-phosphate by the enzyme phosphoglucoisomerase. In the third step, fructose 6-phosphate is converted to fructose 1,6-diphosphate, which can be also referred to as fructose 1,6-bisphosphate by the enzyme phosphofructokinase. It is what? It is an irreversible reaction and requires ATP. In the fourth step, fructose 1,6-diphosphate is cleaved, that means it is breakdown by the enzyme aldolase to form two products. One is glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate and the other one is dihydroxyacetone phosphate. Since only glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate enters the pathway, dihydroxyacetone phosphate is converted to glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate by the enzyme phosphotriose-isomerase. 3-phosphoglyceraldehyde is converted to 1,3-diphosphoglycerate by glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate dehydrogenase. This requires nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide and inorganic phosphate, that is pi. 1,3-diphosphoglycerate is converted to what? It is converted to 3-phosphoglycerate by the enzyme phosphoglycerate kinase. In this reaction, a molecule of ATP is produced. Remember, in this step, one molecule of ATP is produced. Previously, what we have got? ATP was involved in the production, but in this step, ATP is produced. Then after this step, 3-phosphoglycerate is converted to 2-phosphoglycerate by the enzyme phosphoglycerate mutase. After that step, enolase, which is an enzyme, it converts 2-phosphoglycerate to a high energy compound called phosphoenol pyruvate. Lastly, phosphoenol pyruvate is converted to pyruvate. This reaction is catalyzed by the enzyme pyruvate kinase and it generates 1 ATP. So a total of 2 ATP has been produced. So let us study this one more time. Glucose is converted to glucose 6-phosphate. Then glucose 6-phosphate is converted to fructose 6-phosphate. Then fructose 6-phosphate is converted to fructose 1,6-diphosphate or fructose 1,6-bisphosphate. This you can also write it as fructose 1,6-diphosphate or fructose 1,6-bisphosphate. And with the help of enzyme aldolase, it is forming what? It is forming two products. One is glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate and the other one is dihydroxyacetone phosphate. Now during this step, only this glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate is important. That means for the further reaction, glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate is only important. So dihydroxyacetone phosphate, it will be further converted to what? It will be further converted to glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate with the help of enzyme triose phosphate isomerase. This glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate with the help of enzyme glyceraldehyde phosphate dehydrogenase, it will be converted to what? It will be converted to 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate or 1,3-diphosphoglycerate. This 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate or 1,3-diphosphoglycerate, it will be converted to 3-phosphoglycerate with the help of enzyme phosphoglycerate kinase. Then this 3-phosphoglycerate, it will be converted to what? It will be converted into 2-phosphoglycerate with the help of enzyme phosphoglyceromutase. Again, 2-phosphoglycerate, it will be converted to what? It will be converted to phosphoenol pyruvate with the help of enzyme enolase. And during this step, there is a liberation of water. And phosphoenol pyruvate will be converted to pyruvate with the help of enzyme pyruvate kinase, and during this 1 ATP molecule is produced. And also during this step where 1,3-diphosphoglycerate is converted to 3-phosphoglycerate, here also 1 ATP will be produced. So a total of 2 ATP will be produced. So the end product, that is the pyruvate, it is in case of aerobic glycolysis. And since in the liver mitochondria, pyruvate is converted to acetyl-CoA by the enzyme pyruvate dehydrogenase, and this acetyl-CoA further enters where? To the TCA cycle, that is tricarboxylic acid cycle. In case of anaerobic glycolysis, that is in case of the anaerobic condition which is taking place in the muscle, pyruvate will be converted to lactate by the enzyme lactate dehydrogenase. This much for glycolysis. Thank you.